Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a little story about crocheting. A friend of mine, a few months ago, was before the lockdown started and that, I was at her house and I had a crochet hook and we were sitting talking and I was crocheting and she was knitting and she said to me, she says, I've tried to crochet and she says, I just cannot do it. I can't get away with it. She says, I'd love to sit and do what you do, but she says, you don't do it the same as all the other people I've seen do it. She says, my daughter-in-law is trying to show me. She says, I've looked online and I've seen some tutorials on there and I just can't do it the way they do it. But she says, can you show me how you do it? Can you teach me to do it the way you do it? So I said, well, I do it different to other people, but it's my own way of doing it. And anyway, she had some hooks and that, so we got it out and I showed her and we started doing, making a chain and doing it. And the way I do it, I use the yarn, I hold the yarn and the hook in my right hand. And the left hand, I just hold the work. It's a little bit like the way you knit. And anyway, I'll do a little bit video after I've told you this story and show you, or you've probably seen the way I do it anyway. I've made one or two other videos doing crochet. But anyway, I showed her how to do it and she was smiling. She says, I can do it great that way. She says, it's just the other way. She says, when you've got to hold the hook in your right hand and the yarn in your left hand. She says, I just keep getting in a ravel all the time. And I said, well, so did I. That's why I do it the way I do it. And she asked who had taught me. And I said, well, really, I thought it was my mother. I always thought it was my mother that had taught me to crochet that way. But I was talking to my sister one day and we were both talking about crocheting that. And she said, my mum didn't teach you to crochet that way. And I said, well, who did? Because I was very young when I learned. And she says, well, do you not remember? She says, my mum taught me, I've got another sister as well, just taught us two how to crochet what they call the traditional way. But she says, mother just gave up on you, she says, because you just couldn't do it. She says, you just kept ravelled up all the time and that. And she says, there was an old lady used to come to the house every so often. She'd come for a cup of tea and chatting out with their mum. And she says, she watched you one day, she saw you trying to crochet. And she was laughing because you were just getting in a mess and you just couldn't do it and you were lost in your temper, and which I probably would be doing if I can't get something done right. I do tend to lose my temper. And she said, she says, come over here, Sheila. She says, I'll show you how to crochet. She says, you can't do it that way. I'll show you the way I do it. And I think this old lady was called Mary, what I remember a long time ago. Anyway, I'm talking about probably nearly 70 years ago, because I'm 74 now, so I think I was probably about 8 or something at the time. And she sat me down beside her and she put the chain on the hook and that. And I noticed when she was doing it, she had the hook and the yarn both in the same hand, and she was just putting the wool over the hook and that, and the other hand, the left hand, was just holding the work and that. And so I tried it and I could do it and I was happy as Larry. I could crochet, and that's the way it had went on for years. And I always thought it was my mother that had taught me, until my sister reminded me. Actually, my sister telling me that made a lot of these memories flood back, and that I do remember now about this old lady Mary teaching me how to crochet. And I have taught one or two other people my way, because they couldn't get away with it. And now my friend can crochet now because I've taught her a different way. So it just goes to show that just because it's classed as a traditional way does not say it's right for everybody. And I've seen one or two remarks, people, that think we do it wrong. but we do it to what suits us, and that's the way it should be. Just because it's a traditional way does not say everyone has to do it that way and everyone can do it that way. But I will do a little bit more video and I'll show you how I do it, which you've probably already seen before, but I'll show again. So for everyone who hasn't seen how I do my crochet before, this is it. I made a slip knot. And as you can see, I've got the work, well, the end of the work in my left hand. I'm right-handed. I'm holding the hook and the yarn in the same hand, and I'm making a chain. I made a chain of 11, and I'll just do a row of single crochet and go into the second chain. And someone once said to me that the way I crochet was a stupid way and a silly way to show anyone else. And I said, your attitude is a stupid and silly way. I says, not everyone can do something the way everyone else does it, which is why I do what I do the way I do it. And the people I've taught to crochet this way can now crochet when they couldn't before. And that's my one row of double crochet, single crochet, that is single crochet. Make a chain, one chain and turn. And I'm using it's a 4mm hook, and this is a metal hook, and I have plastic hooks as well, and I find I prefer to use a metal to a plastic one. The work seems to slide on the on and off the hook a lot better for me on a metal one than it is on a plastic one. So for anyone who thinks this is a strange way to crochet, it's not strange to me. It works perfectly for me. And maybe should be some tutorials shown with different ways to crochet, because I've looked on YouTube and the only way any tutorials I've seen are all with the holding the yarn sort of some way like this, and this is me trying to do it that way. I have had a little bit practice, but I'm no good at it. It would take me a very long time to crochet anything that way. So for anyone who thinks this is strange, maybe you should try it and find out whether it's as strange as you think it is, because I don't think it is. And 1 or 2 people have learned something from me that they couldn't do before, so that's my way of doing it, and I'll always do it like that. So if you like this little video, the thumbs up, subscribe, and bye for now.